Alexa, off. Too bad I got to stop with Alexa. I love Metallica, if you can't tell. So last week we talked about getting comfortable with video. And today we are going to discuss where to find video content, but more importantly, the reincarnation of storytelling. Really, that's what it comes down to. Before you look at your content, we've got to talk about storytelling. So I know you've all heard the adage, fake it till you make it. Well, guess what? I have a little secret to share with you. The adage, fake it till you make it, is bullshit because it's insincere. It is not reflective of who you are as a real estate superstar. And if you have to fake it until you make it, don't even try to make it. It ain't gonna work. My 2 cents. But I think it's utter and complete nonsense. So really what's happened with COVID-19 and the way things are in the world now, relevance is the new currency. To be relevant is to strike people's heartstrings. To be relevant is to really carry through your message and tell a really good story to somebody. Competence is the new sexy. Look at Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York. Love him or hate him, the guy's done a really good job in managing a horrific situation in New York with thousands upon thousands of people dying. And this guy just gets up every day and does his newscasts and does his press conferences and is totally on the ball, but is no nonsense, straight up in your face. This is who he is and what he does. And the thing with Cuomo, everyone's saying, well, my gosh, how did you get this talent? And this is amazing. He's like, what are you talking about? I've been this way the whole time. I've always been this way. I was this way before COVID-19. I'll be this way afterwards. He's consistent because he's competent in what he's doing. So his message, his story that he is telling is phenomenal. And so he is someone that you can look at and emulate. So let's talk about the reincarnation of storytelling and what's happened. Before COVID-19 hit, the average story that was told online was what you ate for dinner or some type of food, some ornate design that a barista put on your latte, or the most egregious infraction of all time, the duck face selfie. I have unfriended people and deleted accounts when I see someone do that. You are helping somebody. If you're a realtor, you're helping someone with the most important financial decision of their lives. Do not do this online and expect to get business. It's not going to happen. Hi, Harveen. I'm glad you're back. So now under home quarantine, we've really had a chance to get back to our roots. A lot of us have slowed down our pace because you're forced to be home, like it or not. I live in a multi-generational home. My mom is here with her dog, my wife, 3 kids, ages 4, 10, and 17. This house is bananas all the time. But I have a newfound appreciation for my wife and what she does and who she is, and a newfound appreciation and connection with my mom and my kids and my wife. It's phenomenal. And so in terms of what's gone on, we really now have seen how precious human interaction is. We really see that, I go for a walk every day for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'll see runners and walkers and bikers. People now are more open to say hi to each other than before. And I think it's because for that split second, you get to see somebody that's not your family member. It's like, yes, there is people out in the world and you want to interact with them, even if it's for a second. It's so precious. So when we dive into storytelling, we're going to talk about how precious your words are and how precious the meaning of your words are and how they're going to help you become so much better as a person and better at what you do in your career, whether you're in title, you're a lender, or you're a realtor. So storytelling cannot be taken lightly. Storytelling is personal. It is enlightening. When you perfect the art of storytelling, your words inspire. Your stories will change someone's future. Think of that. Every story you tell is absolutely perfect. Do you know why? Seriously, do you know why? Because it's yours. It's your story. No one can take it from you. No one can judge you on the validity or relevance of your story as long as you come from a space of competence and love. That's all that matters. So that's what needs to happen. So what's your story? What is it? Are you a husband, a wife, a father, a mother, a sister, a brother, a hiker, a yogi? Is your story that you selflessly help others? What's your story? What is it that gets you out of bed? And notice I didn't say, is your story a realtor? You're not allowed to lead with that. You're not allowed to lead with you're a realtor or you're a title rep or you're a loan officer or a business development person. That's a job. I mean, I have a job. And that's not what you lead with because there's a ton of people doing that. You have a story, something that you are passionate about. Being a realtor is secondary to the story of who you are. That's the key. Thanks, Kathy. So you want to celebrate with stories that move you, stories that you are passionate about. And don't ever dilute those. Don't ever put yourself down or think less of yourself for your story. It's what makes you amazing. The worst story ever is fake. Projecting insincerity is a one-way ticket to mediocrity. And you are not mediocre. You are not mediocre. Don't be fake when you're telling your story. Be sincere. When you share your story as often as you can, videos, live streams, especially now, Zoom, people deserve to learn how incredible you are. They really, really do. So now that we've started down the path of your story, the easy part is customizing it. And that's where a lot of people struggle. But honestly, it's finding out your story is. Customizing it's the easy part. And I've got a really easy way for you to share your story with people. The news you share is driven from karma. It comes from a place of love and kindness, because that's what we need in our lives right now more than ever is sincerity, love, and kindness. And that's where your story needs to be based from. Okay? So thanks, Danny. It's awesome. Thank you. Where do you get your content from? Well, that depends on your story. Before COVID, I would have said, well, you can go on Google Maps or go in Google News and take a look and see what's going on in your neighborhood and celebrate a dog park or, whatever. Economic development news is always great. But now things have changed. And things that were relevant 2 months ago aren't really that important anymore. Now it's more about how can we help people. That's the number one thing. So regardless of what your story is, regardless of what your passion is, I really want you to celebrate the underdog. You need to celebrate the underdog in your world. And right now, the biggest underdog in your world is a small business owner. They might own a nail salon, they might own a coffee shop, they might have a little restaurant, and they are either shut down or at 5% capacity and waiting on money from the government, and they're struggling and they are terrified. As a realtor, as a loan officer, as a title rep, you have much more control over your future than someone that is a small business owner. Those people need your help now. Thanks, Danny. You're the man, by the way. If you don't follow Danny Fee, you need to follow Danny Fee. He's the man. So the single greatest act of service you can do right now is locate every single small business near you. And if they are open, you want to contact the owner and interview them on a Facebook Live and make the entire stream, the entire video about them. You don't matter. They matter. The small business owner waiting on this thing to get lifted or help from the government needs you now. It is the greatest act of service you can do, is to set up a live stream with them. A live stream will also, with Facebook's algorithms, will put your story at the top of a lot of people's news feeds. Okay? So I highly recommend you do a Facebook Live with every single small business owner you can think of. And hey, Robert, if you are somewhere where it's on total lockdown and the stores you want to pimp out are just not open, well, guess what you can do? You can still call them, email them and say, hey, can we hop on a Zoom call? And I want to record it and I'm going to live stream it to Facebook and I want to interview you. And I just want you to tell me your story and tell me all about your business, what you offer, everything, and make it all about them. That's what you need to be doing now. You will never feel better if you help somebody like that. And you do it with consistency. I guarantee there's at least 15 small business owners within a mile of you, unless you're in somewhere that's super rural. And if you are, then go outside and get even more people if you can. Find them. Do that. Give. It's free. It's your time. But what it does for them is absolutely amazing. That is something I am imploring you to do. If you want to have content, be putting out content right now on your Facebook page, on your Facebook business page, do that. I also have homework for you. And my homework is this. I want you to find every store, every business near you, and I want you to interview an owner of a store at least once a week in perpetuity, as long as you can do it. If you want to do more than once a week, God bless you. If you can do one a day, awesome, do it. And it's preferred to do it on Facebook Live because then you get more people, you get more eyeballs on it, like I am right now in Lab Coat Agents. So it's preferred you do a Facebook Live. You don't have to. You can just record a video and then upload it and put it on. Awesome. So Facebook Live is not mandatory, but tagging me is mandatory because then I become your accountability partner and I know that you're doing it. And I'm happy to help you. Friend me on Facebook. I'm happy to help you for nothing. I will give whatever I have to help out. I want you to start as soon as you can, but I want you to be safe, obeying all, social distancing regulations, but you will never feel better than helping someone else tell their story today. Make it happen. Okay? I love you all. Thank you very much. I'll be back next week. We'll talk about something else super cool, probably more about storytelling, but I'll find something cool to do. We'll do it next week. All right. Thanks, everybody. Love you.